let's start. So, Mr. Clement Ron Aniway already discussed the Philippines' position on gender equality, highlighting the country's leaping performance in the Global Gender Gap Index to wage industry and discrimination in the workplace. The report cites studies showing that although unemployment rates have dropped faster for women than men, this is not indicative of equal economic opportunities. Um, Mr. Clement Ron anyway mentions the underrepresentation of women in senior positions, particularly in technology and engineering fields, as well as the role of social construct and stereotypes in hindering girls from pursuing male dominated careers. The need to address these challenges and create a more equal and just society is emphasized. So for the next slide, we will be continuing the report starting from the political leaders and women's groups to be discussed by Mr. Allen Cruz.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tumapang. Let's now continue the discussion. Some political leaders have bluntly vilified women, and this is one of the reasons why gender inequality continues to increase in the country. Because everything they say against women is sure to have a negative effect on the general public. It can influence how people view or value women. An example of sexist politician is former President Duterte, who openly attacks women with his sexist statements, such as saying that there are things that women cannot do that men can. He also frequently makes public jokes about women claiming that they are puta, baliw, or weak. He also said that the presidency is not for a woman because it is said that a woman does not have the ability to lead a country due to their weak emotional setup. This kind of politicians are among those who give fuel to women's groups and women initiatives that push back, making all the efforts by launching different projects, programs, and more to promote women's empowerment and prove to society that women deserve all the rights, privileges, and opportunities just like men do. An education newly launched campaign seems to be one of the several additions to the gradual strengthening of the women's movement in the country. Example of this is the campaign launched by CNN Philippines in the past to celebrate Women's Month is titled Standing Together, Strong Together, which gives a message to unite to achieve one goal, to achieve a more enable world through equality regardless of religion, race, gender, and sexuality that will significantly change lives of all women. Um, let's next slide, please. And now let's discuss how gender gap is being addressed in the country. According to the 2019 Gender Diversity Benchmark for Asia report, the Philippines is ranked one among the 10 Asian countries for gender diversity in the workforce. Sounds good. But despite this positive news, it can still be said that the gender inequality is still prevalent in the various industries in the Philippines, where women are the ones who are the most affected because they are the ones who are deprived of opportunities. In fact, women still occupy no more than one-third of senior positions in the Philippines workforce. And this is because of the presence of gender stereotyping in the workplace, which puts barriers to what women can do. Uh, they are usually assigned and concentrated in low-skill positions that limits them from learning more and exploring the field they are passionate about, further lowering their chances to land more opportunities. All, uh, all work related to technology and engineering is among to the top fields in which women are underrepresented. This field reinforces masculinity culture, which explain why the number of men or their presence in this field is more dominant. Despite this, it is good to know that gradually the number of confident women in this field of technology and engineering is increasing nowadays. Despite of just despite of discrimination in the workplace, where their work performance is questioned, women continue to stand strong and represent women in these fields. And next reporter, please, Mr. Tumapang.
Okay, thank you, Allen. Now we have here the hindrances to gender equality. It states there that social construct and stereotypes may play a role in hindering girls from pursuing careers that might be seen as male dominated. And it also states there that there are industries, fields, or even job positions that are seen as for men are for women. This highlights that how social construct and stereotypes can hinder women from pursuing careers that are perceived as male dominated. This means that there are certain industries or job positions that are commonly thought of as suitable for men only, which limits the career options for girls. This perception can be attributed to societal and cultural norms that have been ingrained in people's mind for generations. Breaking these genders exception is essential for empowering women and promoting gender equality in the workplace. Now, for the next slide, we have the women in technology. It states there that Miss Audrey P., founder of Women in Tech, seeks to disrupt the existing gendered expectations in the workplace of her chosen fields, such as technology. Audrey P., the founder of Women in Tech, seeks to disrupt gender expectation in her field of technology. Through the Educations campaign, she aims to inform Filipinas that there are fields they can pursue which they may not be aware of yet or are too afraid to be part of. By doing so, she hopes that to inspire and empower more women to join the tech industry. Audrey P's success in story proves that having female role models can be a powerful motivator for women who aspire to pursue a career in a male-dominated industry. For the conclusion, while the Philippines has made strides in the gender equality, there are still significant challenges to be addressed. It also states there that we must work together to break down social construct and stereotypes that hinder gender equality in the workplace and in society as a whole. It also states there that only by doing so can we truly create more equal and just society for all. We acknowledge the significant progress that the Philippines has made in promoting gender equality in the recent years. However, there are still significant challenges that need to be addressed to create a more equal and just society, breaking down social constructs and stereotypes that hinder gender equality in the workplace and in society as a whole is crucial. It requires collective efforts from various sectors of society, including government, the private sector, and the civil society organizations. Only by working together can we create a society where gender equality is fully realized. So, overall, our reports discuss that the Philippines has been one of the most gender equal countries in the world in the recent years, but it slipped 3 spots to seventh place. Is in the most recent Global Gender Gap Index of the World Economic Forum. The country's worsening performance in gender equality is attributed to wage inequality for similar work carried out. And despite unemployment rates dropping more rapidly for women than men, women still face inequality and prejudice in the workplace. There's also an underrepresentation of women in senior positions and fields, such as Mr. Alan Cruz mentioned, that Mr. Duterte mentioned that being a president is not fitted for women. Those are examples. While the Philippines has made strides in gender equality, there are still significant challenges that need to be addressed, including the breaking down of social constructs and stereotypes that hinder gender equality in the workplace and society. And this is our report for the Philippines stand in the gender equality. Thank you.